Well, good evening, Digger fans. How y'all doing? Long time no see. I owe you guys, at least I feel I owe you guys an explanation as to why I haven't put up a video in such a long time. But we'll get to that in a little bit. I haven't been able to do no metal detecting in quite a few months, but I figure at least tonight I'll do something that I haven't done ever, but I've eaten them a lot. I'm gonna take a chance and try to make some boiled Georgia style peanuts. One of my favorite snacks. I enjoyed them a lot when I was in the Navy, when I was stationed down in St. Mary's, Georgia, on the USS Pennsylvania. So I'm gonna get ahead, and I did a bunch of scouring across the interwebs and found out a basic recipe for the Georgia style, which is real simple. Just your peanuts, stock pot full of boiling water, and about half a cup. I'm gonna use kosher salt because I just happen to like kosher salt. About half a cup per gallon of water, and you're gonna boil them for between an hour and 4 hours. I figure about every hour I'll stop and I'll check them out. I'll see how tender they are. I want them to be right around that al dente, not too squishy, but not too hard. So anywhere between an hour and 4 hours of a boiling time. Then you let them sit for a half hour, an hour, overnight if possible. And the longer you let it sit, the more the flavor will get sucked into the peanuts. Because to my understanding, the boiling process just gets them soft. Where they get their flavor is when they sit after they finish boiling. We're gonna be finding out tonight. This ain't Georgia, we're up in New York, but we're gonna give it a good shot. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Ciao. All right, Digger fans, so right now I'm in the process of rinsing out. And by the way, these are raw peanuts. These are not cooked peanuts at all. These are raw, straight from my brother got these for me from a local pet store that he gets to feed his pets. These are uncooked, raw. I'm in the process now of rinsing out the peanuts. You know, they come straight from the dirt, so you know they're going to be somewhat dirty. Although these seem to be pretty clean. I just want to make sure the water runs clear out of this colander and make sure these peanuts are nice and clean before I put them to boil. And at the same time, I'm giving them like a little pre-soak. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how much water I need so I could adjust my seasonings. Like I said, I'm going to use half a cup of kosher salt per gallon of water. With this amount of peanuts, I'm probably going to be using right about that a gallon, maybe gallon and a half of water. It ain't going to take much water for this little, maybe 2 pounds, maybe 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds of peanuts. It ain't a lot of peanuts, just enough for a little snack for later today, or later tomorrow, that is. So we'll see how it is. I'm going to dump these in this pot right here. I'm going to figure out how much water I'm going to need. And when I'm at, I'll pick out any empty shells or whatever little pieces of garbage I might find. I want to have the water, I want to say at least maybe about an inch and a half above the top of the peanuts. I always got to keep in mind that as I fill them, these aren't really completely saturated yet, so they are going to float. So I just got to keep my eye on it. And that even might be enough. Oops. And by the way, I'm in Mama Digger's kitchen. If my mama find out I'm making a mess, she's gonna whoop me. And I'm old, and she'll still whoop me. That looks to be about right. Let me get my camera so I can show you guys. Hold on. Here's my peanuts. Put my hand in there. I'm looking at about a good, at least from my perspective, it might even be too much. I'm almost 2 inches above it. That'll work for now. Now, next step is I'm gonna figure out how much water is in here and adjust my seasoning to the amount of water that I'm gonna use. Then we'll swing over to this side, drop it on this here stove, and start the cooking process. I'll get back to you guys in a second. Alright, so we got the peanuts. I got them rinsing. I got, for my measurements, I ended up using just at or just above 1 gallon of water. So I got my half a cup of kosher salt, and I decided not that I want to completely change the flavor, but I want to add just a little something to it. So my trusty Old Bay, we're going to put 1 teaspoon of Old Bay in that gallon of water. Right, we got the water over here. We got it cooking away. Once it comes to a boil, I'll add my seasonings, mix it all up, drop the beans in, and I'll show you guys how that looks in a few minutes. Oh yeah, Digger fans, hear that boil. So now here's the plan. We're gonna leave them on high fire, lid off for about 30 minutes. And just let them boil. After about 30 minutes, I'm gonna reduce the fire, and we're gonna want them to boil just at a simmer. Lid on, and we're gonna be good. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the correct lid because my mama likes to hide her pots and pans and stuff. I had to talk to her about that. So I had to do the makeshift with the big old rice pot lid. Put it upside down like that. That'll work, I guess. But for now, we'll let it boil for about 30 minutes on high fire. You're gonna come back down after 30 minutes to a simmer, and then let it cook for a couple hours. I'll get back to y'all. Alright, Digger fans. Here we are. It's been about half hour of these peanuts boiling on high flame. Just gonna mix them up a little. And then looking empty shell. Alright, it looks like I gotta add a little bit of water. I'm gonna just add a little bit of water. Reduce these down and drop the flame a little bit the wrong way. There we go. That looks good right there. Just now it's gonna be a low flame. Reduce it down. Now, in a little bit I'll add some water, but the idea now, cover it, keep her on that low flame, and now starts the timing. Now we're gonna go, like I said, between 1 and 4 hours. About every hour I'll come back and I'll check it, make sure there's enough water in it, adjust the seasonings if I need to, and by the end of the night they should be ready. Hey, good evening YouTube, good evening Digger fans. Well, you saw the video that I'm already putting up on boiling some peanuts for the first time, and I said that I feel that I need to give you guys a little explanation as to why for the last just a little over 3 months I haven't put up a video. The last video I put up was of my dog Rusty dying. Man, that put a real bad damper on the mood for several weeks. You know, and besides me, you know, handling my son, and you know, my son not taking it too good either. Then after that, unfortunately, I got sick, and I got very sick. Like I told you in that last video about my dog passing away, I suffer from something called lymphedema. I'm not going to try to explain what it is. You guys can look it up. But in a nutshell, it has to do with my lymphatic system and my lymph nodes and them not working, and both of my legs swell really, really bad. Like swell to the size of like almost elephant legs. Very similar to elephantitis. From that, I end up getting cellulitis, which is an infection because I'm not getting rid of all these bad toxins in my legs, and I get gravely ill. And when I get ill, I'm usually down for a month and a half, trying to recover from it. And of course, there were some other personal issues, being divorced, and just things pop up in life. So I haven't been able to take the time to make any videos or even go metal detecting. Or there's been days that I want to go metal detecting, and again, having this sickness, I'm on disability, so I have all the time in the world, but sometimes I don't have the funds to move around. So it is what it is. I'm not here trying to give you guys a sob story. I'm a grown boy. It is what it is. Now we're in November, or the very beginning of November, and up here up north, weather's changing really fast, getting really cold. I'm gonna try to sneak in this coming month a video or two. I'm gonna see how I can do it, but I'm not down south where I can go out at almost any day of the year. Up north it gets cold and the ground freezes. We haven't got to that point yet, but it's definitely getting cold. But like I said, I'll try this coming month. I feel re-energized. I feel a good amount of vigor in me. I've been to the doctors. They've adjusted my medication, and I feel good. I feel pretty good right now. My legs hurt every day, but I feel good enough that I think I want to go out again and do some more metal detecting. So hopefully before the weather changes too bad, maybe I could hit one of the beaches again. Maybe try a different beach in Brooklyn or something that I've been wanting to do all summer that I just haven't been able to for one reason or another. But that's an update from me. I'm still here. I haven't gone nowhere. Now I'm boiling some peanuts right now and trying to make some southern style boiled peanuts. Hopefully they come out good too. But I'll keep you guys updated, and I'll try to put up a video every now and then. Now, again, now that the winter is kind of setting in over here, it's not going to be easy for me to do metal detecting videos. There's always next spring. But until then, diggers, keep the faith. Heavy Digger's still here. I get with y'all in a little bit. Ciao. So now here we are. We are at 5 hours. Look at that. 5 hours of cooking. I tasted them about half hour ago, and they were good for me at that point. So now, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna turn the fire off. We're gonna let them settle down. Yeah, they'll settle down some in a few. I'll come back in a few minutes and show you after, let's say like after about 30 minutes. You see how they'll all pretty much, the majority of them will sink to the bottom of the pot. And that's it. The cooking is done. Now it's time for them to soak. And I'll give them at least a couple of hours of soaking. And I'll let you know. Here we are. It's been a total of 7.5 hours. They're definitely ready. We got 5 hours of cook time and 2.5 hours of soak. Oh yeah. and they taste amazing. I wish you guys could taste them. I think I got a winner. Alright, so here's the results. Bunch of empty shells from taste testing. An empty bucket of nasty water. And I got me nice 3 big fat bags of boiled peanuts. And I tell you what, I can't complain. These bad boys are delicious. So we got a total of 10 hours. We did a 5-hour boil and a 5-hour soak. Half a cup of salt, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning. That was my method to make these peanuts, and they're absolutely delicious. Now, these two will go in the freezer. So in the freezer, these will hold for several months. Put this in the fridge, because I'm gonna eat these throughout the day. This right here, any one of these frozen or refrigerated, you just pop one of these bags into the microwave, or throw a couple in the plate, drop it in the microwave, and just nuke it for a couple of minutes or a couple seconds and get them warmed up, and you're good. So there you go, folks. Heavy digger and my first batch of boiled peanuts. I hope it worked.